Okay, traders, we're going to have a look at gold. This was the idea I posted in here recently. Before I get into the video, I want to invite you to check out this page here, the Gold EA. The way to get to it is to go to my website, go to account management, and then you'll be able to click that link or go down and click here, and that'll take you to it. So you can have a look at the history on this EA. We've got access to this. And I can connect your account to it if you're interested. All the information is on the Forex account management page. Yeah, definitely check that out. So this is going to go into TradingView as well, and we'll do the whole thing on gold. So let's just kick off TradingView. All right, looking at gold. So here's the thing. In my last trade idea here in TradingView, I talked about this pullback down into here. End of the year, deep pullback, look for the break of structure. So here it is, exactly as I mentioned. Okay, that was my markup. Now we have the break of structure. And if you caught that, okay, so I talked about looking for, if it breaks out, look for the pullback and exactly this. That's that right there, break of structure or chock. And that's your entry point. So stop loss under the low. So if you caught that trade, good job. Let me just go back to the candles here. So this is now currently running at 1.6 R. I'd be inclined to close 50% of this position, right, if you followed that breakout. Actually, this was the first break of structure here. What am I talking about? We were looking for that. Okay, so you could have either gone for that one or that one and stop loss under the low. Either way, right? Either way, we're up there about 1.5 R. I'd be inclined to close 50% of this right now. You could possibly move your stop loss up maybe halfway. And here's the thing. I mean, it's starting to look like it wants to move. Early stages, but I like what I'm seeing. If you close 50% of this position at 1.5 R or whatever this is, and you move your stop loss up slightly, maybe to this here, this little range here, okay, just under that, that's in the money, and you're home and ho, so you can just hold on to that. So what I'm thinking now is same thing. So it trends. You know, you've got to have systems in place to give you this rotation. So now we have a higher low, higher high. That meets my criteria. I'm going to be looking for a pullback, possibly down around in here somewhere. And then I'm going to look to re-enter. Okay, given that now is in the money. So possibly a re-entry. We're looking for this, exactly this. It's just such a simple trading strategy, guys. It's really easy and very profitable. Okay, I make money doing this. Pulls back wherever it decides to find support, and then look for the breakout retest of the range. Exactly what I drew up here. This was on a 4-hour chart. Bigger drawing, right? But you got the idea. I explained it in that video. You could go back and watch it. So I'm looking for this. Now, this could happen here. It could happen a bit lower. Who knows? The main thing with this, actually, now this is really important. I'm just going to mark up. We're looking for the week, the January, Monday the 5th. So let me just go back to Sunday. Friday, that was the end of last week. So Sunday, that's the beginning, that's officially the beginning of this week, right there. So what we have is, this is on a 30-minute chart, the open. So you want to mark up the weekly open. Let's just have a look at that. Just really nail. I actually thought it dropped under the weekly open. I think it did. Let me just have a look. Friday. This is gold. One of my indicators told me that it actually dropped under. Oh, well. So we've got, it actually spiked up here. So that looks like it was opened about here. You want to mark up that weekly open. Let's just go to a 15-minute chart. I just really want to nail that. Weekly open should be Sunday. Okay, Friday, Sunday. Yeah, it's saying there. Okay, my indicator, I've got an indicator and it's telling me it actually dropped under the weekly open. All right, so see this level. This is really, really important. This level here, the weekly open, this current week. right? So I've marked that up, and it's at the high of this. I've got this level here. Let's just take that out. We don't need that anymore, right? So we've got this current weekly open. Let me just grab, I'm just going to get rid of this other markup. You've got to plan this trade, all right? Don't just trade on a whim. You're going to come unglued if you do that. Let's just grab the volume profile, anchored volume profile. This is gold, 15-minute time frame. I'm going to go back to a 30. All right, let's have a look at this. No, this is really, really important. See this point of control? It's right on that, slightly under the weekly open there. It must hold above that point of control. Absolutely, 100%, it's got to hold above that. Now, I would like to see actually a higher low. So, and it would be, all right. So we've got this low here. It's got to hold above. That's my criteria. If it breaks under this weekly open, walk away from it and wait for it to resolve under the weekly open and then come back. There's a strategy around this. It's exactly this. See this markup that I've got here. We're looking for the range, the beginning of the week, and then a run under the weekly open, right? You get, look, here it is. Okay, you got, let's just say that's the open. Let's just say we're looking for a bullish week. All right, you got that. And then, see, this is the thing. So you get the weekly, it opens, but you've got to wait for this run on liquidity. So you get the open, the low, and then the high and into the close. It's a candle. Now, it's possible that it doesn't pull back down into here, under this level. But what I'm saying is, if it does, ignore this trade idea until... Yeah, it's got to hold above this point of control. Look at this volume profile. That's really, really important. So I want to see it pull back. I want to see it range, and then I want to see it break structure, bullish, all right, above this. So important. And let's go. We want that rotation. All right, what else can I say? Let me just open this up. Guys, comment if you think there's any value in the video, comment. If you've got something to add to it, you want to make a, suggestion, a comment. What are your thoughts? Definitely comment below. That would be awesome. If you got a screenshot you want to share, you're most welcome. I'd love to hear from you. Right, here's the thing. So I'm wanting to see, now this is extended over here now, see? So I've got my Fibonacci. This is my go-to. Look at this Fibonacci. Look. Grab the fib, low to high. Pull back down into the 50 to 61.8 Fibonacci. Like I really, really want to see low to high. I really want to see that pullback down into my this area, point of interest, hold above here, and then if we get a break of structure like we did back in here, I tell you what, this is the beginning of the week, the month, the year, and I think we're going to have a really, really good run with gold. I'm bullish gold, guys. Definitely bullish gold, right? Just be careful with the Venezuela thing. Gold could rally on the back of that. And if it does rally strongly, watch out for a deep pullback after that, right? So it could cause a bit of volatility. In any case, and I mean, look, you're seeing a bit of a rally here already. So anyway, I'm looking for this pullback and hold above here, break of structure, then I'm going to go long. That would be my thing. Let's just mark that up a bit better. What else? I'm going to be doing a lot with gold this year, guys. So I'm really focusing on it. It's a great instrument to trade. It trends nicely, and if you get on the right side of it, you can make a hell of a lot of money. All right, so this trade here, if you took it, that's in profit. That's risk-free. Leave it alone now after you've taken money out. All right, let it just sit there. Then possibly add to the position, right? And then what we're looking to do with this is just keep adding long position, right? So you get that. Yeah, the idea is, on every opportunity, just keep taking your 50% off the table on these as it trends. Pull your stop loss up, and then as as this gets away, and watch out for that pullback. See, you got to be careful. But see, these are all in the money. Stop loss at break even. That one was a little bit scary, so you might want to go, a little bit deeper under the previous low. Who knows, right? Sometimes you're going to get caught, but just keep building your positions. And I mean, if you lose one, you lose one. Wait for the next opportunity, go again. These are all still running. You know what I mean? That's the concept. And just keep going until, you finally get taken out. And then your stop loss on all of these back in here is up around here somewhere. It pulls back on them and they all get taken out. But, you've made, let's just say these all traded up. And the stop loss on all of these is up in here. When that turns around and takes everything out, well, look at what you've gained. All right, so that's what I'm looking to do. If this starts to trend, what else can I say? Yeah, look, that's my take on gold, guys. I'll wrap it up at that. And hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next one.